What is up, everybody?
Deer in the headlights. Look at you.
Welcome back to another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. I'm your host, Kenshiro. Today, we are going to be talking about the new way to watch movies, and are the movie theaters really dead? I don't think they are, but if you listen to HBOmax, they certainly are. But let me introduce who's going to be on the show with me today. From remote, we got Mr. Fallen Marvel. What's up, my friend?
A lot, but I'm handling it. Everything is good on my part for the most part. So, new day, new year, new president.
Yes, brand new day in America. All right, there we go. And sitting across from me is the ever dapper GQ. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, people? Everybody out there in the Junkie Nation. Hello to my two brothers sitting across from me and my sister, who happens to be running the whole operation.
Yeah, so Dope Girl's back there running the ones and twos. Mm-hmm. To the right of me is her better half, or maybe I got that reversed, the great Dadakuji. What's up, man?
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you guys again. Got the new shirt on. This is the war.
Uh-oh. He got shirt blocked.
Shirt blocked.
I mean, I am
coming soon to you, Culture
devil,
Junkies T-shirts. You'll be able to get them. Keep your eyeballs open.
So anyway, today's show is all about movies, but we got a couple other things to talk about, especially that little notification that's right there below me. Look at that follower go. We only got 4 left until we hit a giveaway. So if you know people that would love to watch Culture Junkies Live, we need all the followers we can get. Get them over here to our Twitch, twitch.tv/Culture Junkies, and have them follow us so we can give you guys something really nice, because GQ just added to the swag box.
The swag box is getting overgrown.
It sure is, man. That thing is overflowing. All right, so let's run the gamut. What do we got today? GQ, you got anything?
Yeah, apparently, as of a day ago, Liam Neeson has announced that he is not going to be doing action movies no more.
He's retired?
He's retiring from action movies. Now, here's the funny thing.
What?
Once my man took 15 and a half cuts to jump over a fence and Taken 3, I think that was more than enough to know that you don't need to be doing no action movies if it takes that many cuts just to hop a fence. Because I'm in my mid-40s and I can still hop a fence with in one take. Now, granted, he's what, 60 or something?
Hey, have y'all seen that meme that's going around with, it looks like he pisses his pants? Is that for real? Is that for real?
I saw that one, and I was very confused about that. Like, is he just got dick sweats?
For all we know, he probably got bladder issues. We don't know. I mean, hey.
Well,
it happens.
It's when a man gets a little bit older, his body don't work quite the way it's supposed to work. Now, none of those problems are happening to me, but Liam is quite a bit older than me, so who knows?
Right. So what's up to everybody in the chat? I see my friend Kevin Molina, who was on my stream with me yesterday.
See, the way you say that, I almost think I'll be thinking of Mr. Dabalina. You say it too fast, man.
I say it.
Yeah. Kevin Molina. Like, is it Mr. Dabalina or is it, like, come on, man. Slow down.
Man. Okay,
Chew your food.
All right. And want to say what's up to Maze. Preem's in the chat. What's up? So we're still waiting for some of the other regulars to kind of get over there. We actually are informing them of our permanent move over here to Twitch. Well, I shouldn't say permanent, but, I shouldn't say permanent. Dido, do you got anything for Run the Gamut today?
You know what? The news has been really light for me most recently. I mean, outside of the news is look forward to more stuff coming from the Culture Junkies. Tell your friends, tell your parents to come on over and watch. Subscribe if you have not. If you got Amazon Prime, doesn't cost you anything. Hit that sub button. That'd be grateful, most definitely to us. That's awesome. That's basically all I got.
Okay. All right, Fallen. What about you?
Yes, I do. There was actually some breaking news, I think, that came out either today or yesterday.
Don't you dare say Ray Fisher.
Oh, thank you, Preem. Appreciate that, too.
Oh, no.
You say anything else about Ray Fisher, I'm done with you.
No. That ship is sailed. I'm done with that. But it is DC related. They have casted Barbara Gordon for season 3 of Titans. And the actress's name is Savannah Welch. I'm not that familiar with her, but they casted her role for season 3. But here's the kicker. Apparently, according to what was leaked or whatever, I don't know how much of a confirmation this is, but she's apparently commissioner, and in a wheelchair.
Commissioner Gordon in a wheelchair.
Well, did that happen in comics though?
It did, but she was Oracle.
But it was two different things.
Yeah,
it was Oracle.
Yes,
you know,
and
she got shot by the Joker, wheelchair paralyzed, and
she
then
was commissioner,
and then became commissioner in
in
Batman
Beyond.
Beyond. So it's like we're just melding the two together.
Given the age,
Hey,
the age that she should be right now, they're gonna have to explain how she is commissioner in her like
20s,
like early mid-20s.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
you know, big ups. Appreciate you, Preem PUBG for the cheer of 100 bits. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh man, wow.
But
Preem
yeah,
said,
good-
don't say kicker about an amputee.
That's fucked up.
She's not an amputee. She's
She's not an
paralyzed.
amputee.
But the woman
quadruple
playing
please.
her is an amputee.
Oh, she is.
Yes.
Well, I'm
is she?
not aware of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but well, damn, like
Uh-oh,
I know
wolves in the
this
house.
just left you wordless.
I know,
What's
right?
up, more Nightmare? How you doing tonight?
Wolves in the
Because,
house.
like that just
Wolverine
made
Solid
me
X.
think. So they've basically confirmed that like we'll never see Batgirl on this show. Then
Apparently not.
Look, man.
Oh, wow.
The Titans thing, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Titans.
Really?
No.
Did it
I'm
redeem
not.
itself at all?
No.
I didn't even finish watching the second
No.
season.
See,
it started to.
It started to, and
but then the
then-
second half of it happened, and there you go.
Yeah. like I'm saying, man, the first half of season 2 was really good, but then it just went off the rails. It was just
I don't even remember what happened. I know Robin put himself in jail because he was like an idiot or something.
please
Oh, God.
please don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
Please don't get me started on that. We'd be here all day.
And then I don't
Oh,
remember did he get himself out or not.
No, speaking in the Bat universe, apparently Batwoman flopped hard. Now,
80%
granted,
drop.
a lot of hatred coming from a lot of different areas.
Yup,
It fell off pretty hard.
Yeah, that was big. That was big. That was a steep drop. 80%.
That's a big sex horse.
Yeah.
I would argue it shouldn't have been competing with football that night.
There was the first mistake.
There are certain things that you
Right.
do not do, and unless you happen to be named Marvel, you don't drop on nights when other big stuff's going on.
Yeah, dude, and it's the playoffs.
Playoffs?
It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs?
It's the playoffs. You don't go against the playoffs. That's like a
You know
cardinal
what?
sin.
Hey, check this out. We're gonna do a live stream during the Super Bowl.
We ain't gonna get nobody.
Right.
We ain't gonna get nobody. Absolutely not.
Come on, man.
So real quick, and actually this is somewhat Batman related. So last night on my stream I talked about it, but the rumors are out there, and on the Fat Man Beyond podcast by Kevin Smith yesterday, he kind of announced or said that it is true that the rumors of a Batman the Animated Series sequel are real.
Oh, boy.
Well,
So,
we've already had 5 of them.
no, he means
It's kind of
like
true because I mean,
actual
with
sequel.
some of the,
Okay.
He means
I
like
mean,
actual sequel.
we're not like some of the like standalone movies after whatever, like not continuations of that.
Not even just that,
Yeah.
like Justice
I mean,
League
I know it's
itself
going to
and all
be
the
a
other
series,
stuff.
but
Yeah.
still.
Well, here's the thing. Andre Romano's she's retired,
She's retired.
so I don't care who you try to put together. There are certain things that made Batman the Animated Series as great as it was. Andre Romano, Bruce Timm, freaking Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill. If any of those 4 components are not part of this new series, I don't really care because DC animation has not been as great as it used to be as of late. Now,
That is true. That is-
Apocalypse, War or whatever was decent, but some of them other ones that came before that were kind of ugh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know if they don't even see beyond that, if they don't even have the same quality of writing team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want it.
Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, that was the other guy.
Yes, if they are not involved,
5 people.
forget it. I don't want
5
it.
components, and you're not gonna get Mark Hamill. Probably you're not gonna get Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
So
Why even bother doing
Yeah.
it, man? I mean, I'll have my memories.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rather keep those than be subject to some subpar
well,
Batman the Animated Series knockoff.
I still have my memories because they're on Blu-ray. But,
Yeah, me too.
but
You know,
again, and you know what? They can do what they're gonna do because it'll either do good or it won't.
All right, I want to say hi to the rest of the people that have been joining the show and run the gamut. Mike Oliver is here. He posted his picture, tagged us in it. He got his swag bag from Christmas, our Christmas giveaway.
Awesome. What'd you think about it?
Yeah. What did he get? He got the Supergirl Blu-ray season 3,
remember.
And he got Did we give him Spider-Man?
Gave him a T-shirt.
Yo, no, it was a Ward T-shirt. That's right.
Ward
T-shirt and a couple of
sticker
buttons. Yeah, stickers and buttons. Amarak is in the chat. You couldn't join us today, but we love you, brother. We'll see you next week for sure.
SD Maze, how you doing?
Maze is there. Speaking of Amarak and Maze, so that brings me to topic 2. So topic 2, the Anime Awards voting started last Friday, and in response to that, both Maze and Amarak and myself, we did a brand new anime podcast. It launched officially on Anchor yesterday, and it is spread already to Spotify. So if you search Culture Junkies on Spotify or Let's Go Anime, which is the name of the show, you'll find our podcast on Spotify. Give it a listen to. It's 90 minutes. Me and Maze and Amarak, we go round and round about, all the anime nominations and week 3 in the anime. So please, dude, give it a listen, check it out, let us know what you think. Now, as far as the anime awards themselves go, some pretty difficult choices for best protagonist, best anime of the year, actually, best fight scene. So let's talk about best fight scene because I think that would interest the two of you and Fallen Marvel too. So would you know that Crunchyroll hosts the anime awards, right?
I voted.
Okay.
Why did they put, of the show that they produced, they put 2 of the fight scenes in there? Like they're stacking the decks against the others.
I personally don't know how many anime came out this year that had fighting scenes in it, let alone great fighting scenes. So if they happen to have something that they produced that had good fighting scenes, why not put it there?
This is what I'm saying. So like I get that, but for them to say, okay, the 2 fights in God of High School that they featured were better than any of the other fights that were in all of anime, I'm sorry.
Well, God of High School is a fighting anime. The whole thing is fighting.
It is. It is.
It kind of was. It kind of was for 2020. To be real,
okay.
the only other thing I think we got the past year was like what
Hey, we got a new
Baki,
subscriber.
Thanks for subscribing, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus 864. Appreciate you.
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you, my friend. Welcome to the Junkie
Right.
Nation.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Please finish the thought,
But yeah, I was just saying, like, aside from that, the only other shows that we got like this past year was what Baki and that kind of.
So you telling me a Baki fight couldn't get in here? What?
Not from that past season. Like, it was a couple of decent ones.
Muhammad Ali versus Muhammad Ali versus Baki wasn't good enough.
What are you talking about? You talking about Junior?
Yeah.
Junior ain't do nothing. Dog, that was an embarrassment.
Wow.
He's right.
Junior walked out there and pissed his pants. Like,
He's right.
Come on now.
That's the shirt for next week, y'all. Junior didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
With that same look on your face on the shirt, dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The fight was when Hanma came out there and ripped that dude's face off and then threw it into the crowd.
That could have been in there.
Yeah, he's just like
that could have been in there.
So I'm guessing there's no.
Woohoo! Thanks, Preem.
Thank you, Preem. Appreciate the tip.
Appreciate you.
Hey, man, don't let Preem be the nump one on the spot.
I know y'all getting out cheered. Y'all
right, y'all
start cheering.
Completely getting out cheered.
But
we got us another follow
thank you
on
for the
Twitch.
follow.
Thank you.
Dark X Yami. Now we're only 3 away from this giveaway.
Sweet.
All right.
Wow.
I'm assuming there's no Dragon Ball Super on this list.
Oh no, Dragon Ball Super was like too long ago. Oh, there we go.
Well, hey, that didn't stop the video game awards from bringing up stuff that wasn't eligible. So, the anime awards, hey, come on, 2020 didn't even count. Nothing came out, really. Well, I'm sure anime came out, but I'm just saying, just in general, 2020 was a lost cause of a year.
Jeez, strike it from the record.
I think as far as like action anime, it was a drought. 2020, it was like as far as action anime goes. At least to me, it was.
Oh, we got us a tipping war going on here.
Uh-oh.
We got us a tipping war.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
I like it.
I'm all for that.
I like it. I don't know. I just
Kevin Molina as Shaq would say, "Underdog, put that on a shirt."
put that on a T-shirt. Yeah, I like that. I like that. But no, man. I mean, the Anime Awards this year were pretty. They were pretty difficult. If you haven't voted yet, if you're into anime, please go to Crunchyroll.com, vote on the Anime Awards. And the voting ends this Friday, actually. So you only have 2 more days to vote besides today. And then once that is over, the live show comes out on February, I think it's February 9th or 15th, one of the two. Whatever day that is, both Maze and Amarak and I are going to be doing a live stream reaction show right here on Twitch, so make sure you're watching then. All right.
What
So
categories they have?
a lot more than
anything weird.
Best boy, best girl, best couple.
That's all kind of standard. I'm talking about like weird anime weird, like
Weird anime weird?
best tentacle scene or something like that. That's something that like
that might be
Head
a
of Omega
different
would be
set
all about
of
that.
awards you're asking
Best
for.
tentacle scene. Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying,
Oh my
best
gosh.
cat girl or something. I'm trying to get Hand of Omega like some stuff to watch. you know?
Yeah.
He's not watching as much as he should be.
That's hilarious.
What's going on, man?
Yeah. So all right, so let's hit topic 3. So let's talk about WandaVision. We did a watch party in our Discord last Friday. If you haven't get our Discord yet, make sure you pay attention to the bot is throwing the invite for you to get into our Discord. Make sure you join. It's really cool in there. But WandaVision, the first 2 episodes came out last Friday. What did everybody think of them?
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop
Stop
no,
it.
I
No, for real.
enjoyed it.
Go ahead.
I enjoyed it. Don't know what the heck is going on. And the people, they have this thing about the nostalgia part of it. All that stuff it's older than us. We watched it on reruns. And I changed the channel whenever something black and white came on because I was kind of biased. I wanted to watch cartoons.
No Pleasantville for you.
No, I mean, I watched some of that stuff, so I do. I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't sit and watch it. I watched Bewitched. I watched I Dream of Jeannie. I watched Leave It to Beaver occasionally. I watched that stuff. But it doesn't mean as much as the stuff that came out in the 80s that I grew up with because, that's not my nostalgia. It's kind of odd that they chose that era because even Wanda, who, if were a real person, probably would have been born in the late 90s. It would have been kind of odd for her to watch this, even in Sokovia, to watch that stuff. You think she'd be watching stuff from the 70s and the 80s if they're getting old American TV shows, not stuff from the 50s and 60s. But regardless of the fact, they got a story going out, and we don't know what it is. But something that a coworker of mine, her boyfriend, had a theory thinking it's kind of far-fetched now that I think about it, but he was like, what if whatever is going on is the part where Wanda is trying to destroy the Infinity Gem that's in his head, and all that's happening like in that point of time. In that point in time.
In that moment?
Yeah.
That's
in
an
that
interesting
moment.
theory.
But with people asking on the radio, like, who's doing this to you? Wanda, who's doing this to you? Kind of makes me think that that's probably not happening.
Right.
So.
That's fair. Marcus 864 in the chat said, everyone watching WandaVision acted like they didn't watch old school Nick at Night. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
weird.
I watched all that stuff. So
I think that's from the more younger crowd. I'm assuming because I definitely watched Nick at Night back in the day or whatever. Like I've, watched I Love Lucy, watched Dick Van Dyke Show. I mean, I watched the stuff. Like it was time filler, but I watched it. I enjoyed a good portion.
I think the reason they went that route is because even though, like you said, a lot of people of age don't relate to it because they didn't, watch it directly. Obviously saw it in reruns, whatever. I think those particular shows and some of that stuff that they're tapping into is kind of timeless though, because you always everybody knows of Leave It to Beaver. Again, I'm maybe some of your 20 somethings have never heard of it, but people of our age, or big TV watchers, they've heard of Leave It to Beaver, Bewitched, Family Ties, Full House, like all those, and again, Full House came back. So I mean, it's like a lot of those sitcoms of that era are they're kind of baked in. Like, it's like, okay, I didn't watch it, but I know of it.
Oh, I know of it too. I think I could pick out every single theme song and play it in my head. I know about them, and I watched few episodes of them. I was just, for me, it doesn't hold a nostalgic.
Oh no, of course not. But I
all.
think with again the play on words, WandaVision, making it like it's a TV show and all that sort of thing. Because a Brady Bunch episode's coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they'd be crazy not to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot that they can play with, and I think with this leading off the whole MCU on the small screen, transitioning towards you watch this stuff and it's going some of these things are going to spill over into the movies coming up. I think this is an interesting start because with Falcon and Winter Soldier coming after this one. Man, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Yo, Razor Black 23 is like, what if the Olsens cameo in this show?
Oh, the
that
Full
would have
House
been
show?
cool. Yeah, to get her sisters to come through.
Highly doubtful.
Oh no, of course not. But I'm just saying
but-
it would have been interesting even for them to just do a walking cameo
Yeah.
where she walks past him or something.
Did one of them show up for the Fuller House?
No,
Really?
No.
They're
Dang.
like,
no.
we're out of here.
Hold on.
Wow.
Did they just not like it, or because it's like again they were on the show as kids?
I think
Yeah.
they literally
Whatever
because
the
of
case may
whatever,
be,
whatever drug stuff
it's
they're going
look-
through, they
Oh,
just
Never
they
mind.
just
If it's-
completely
if
disappear
it's
from
that,
Hollywood.
I ain't gonna touch it. I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Barack Obama is saying Fuller House was such a flop. I don't know, man. It lasted four or 5 seasons.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought it was only 2.
No, it was
Right.
like 5
It
seasons.
seems.
man.
Hold on. When did that come out?
Somebody was.
That
Because
was
it felt like it came out like 2 years ago.
4 years ago. I want to say 4 years.
Oh
ago.
my god.
Yeah.
Time is disgusting, man.
I know, right? So some people in the chat were saying that what was he saying? Razor Black was also saying that convinced that Agents of Swords are somehow involved. Now, I agree that they're probably somehow. Well, actually, no, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. My theory is that this is tying very much into the comic books. My theory is that these people are trapped in this bubble town. Who's trapping them? Wanda is. Because I believe what was happening, she was so overcome with grief after Tony had died, and she was dealing with being lonely. Vision was no longer there now that she had been fully restored, and she was so overcome with grief that her powers were starting to go out of control. So she went to go see Agatha Harkness, who we believe is her neighbor, the neighbor lady, to help control her powers. And because Agatha Harkness in the comics is an agent of Mephisto.
Okay. Right.
And they've been laying all these clues. The number 6 doesn't appear on any clocks. Like the 6s have disappeared.
Interesting.
666,
that.
the devil, Mephisto.
Okay, that's
so,
interesting.
So the thing that they think, so what I think is that Mephisto was probably trying to get to her, used Agatha Harkness. Wanda knew that, immediately protected herself and everybody else by warping it back to a time where she felt safe.
But see, that's weird because it's like you're warping it to a time that you didn't exist in.
This is true, but she may have grown up in Sokovia watching
to be-
those old TV shows.
Make Sokovia.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
hold on,
I'm
come
just
on.
saying.
Because you got to remember, in some countries, like I think that a lot of American TV, they do get are like older, like in some parts. So like I could see Sokovia probably only broadcasting like probably like sitcoms from like older decades or something. So I can see it. It's plausible.
Grizz Morningstar,
So-
appreciate the follow.
That's
Thank you.
2 left.
For sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, 2 away. Okay, hold on. Now, granted, there's a lot of that happens. However, even Sokovia had streaming, and they probably could have got some more modern stuff, and them kids. Even them old folks in Sokovia wasn't. They was watching Martin and reruns of Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow, Martin
You're watching
and
the
reruns of Fresh
90s.
Prince, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I can think of, and it's like I know we still have like a lot to be revealed, but it's like it might have been too on the nose, but I know like the way the second episode and it made me think that Ames might be a part of this too. But
Okay.
that might be just like it might be the on the nose, because like with the dude with the beekeeper outfit, so and it was just like I don't know, for some reason I thought Aim, because like Aim got that whole weird
Yeah.
Okay,
the
hold
beekeeper
on.
Thing, I hear you.
honeycomb queen
Out of the
shit
chat,
going on.
Razor Black said the beekeeper guy had a sword on the back of his jacket.
He did.
So that's
Oh,
one,
did he?
Yeah,
He did.
so that's one interesting thing. And then
Okay.
Big Preem was saying he posted his theory a couple lines up, but he was saying basically Mephisto set this up as a sort of ideal perfect life to keep Wanda locked in.
I can see that too.
Okay, so
see that
there's
too.
a lot of
But
interesting
see,
things.
the thing that trips me up is that when Wanda saw the beekeeper guy crawling out of the manhole, she said no and immediately rewound time back to when her and Vision were in the living room. So I don't know. There's something going on there.
Again, they are opening it up because she's supposed to be in Doctor Strange too, correct?
Yes.
So they're opening it up for her reality warping powers to just go
I think-
ham.
Yeah.
Now, I may be wrong, but I vaguely remember them saying it's like Strange might show up on the show, but I'm not sure. So
I've heard that
Dido.
too.
I don't know.
There is somebody that they said is going to show up on a show, according to the Spanish voice dub actor, the Fox Quicksilver, Evan Peters is supposed to show up as Quicksilver now. That's going to be kind of interesting.
All right,
Most definitely.
Who knows? I mean, there's all sorts of possibilities, and I mean, maybe when she like destroyed the mind, the Mind Stone in Infinity War, maybe that literally gave her powers a boost just from doing that, like that explosion that we saw.
Right.
Could be.
Maybe now granted, Thanos turned time back.
Right.
But only basically for Vision's area, so maybe like that gave her powers like a super jolt.
Right.
Because remember when she came back, yes, she was pissed in Endgame,
right?
But she was giving Thanos a run.
Oh yeah,
like my man was crying, like he was like,
crying. He was like,
he was like,
just do it.
like,
she was about to break him.
Yeah, she came back way stronger than she was in Infinity War.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I still remember seeing her in Infinity War. Like, dude, she was literally holding back an Infinity Gauntlet Thanos with 5 gems. Back with one hand,
Right, she was just
one hand, and then destroying the Mind
yeah.
Stone with the other. I was just
Like,
like, dog,
Like okay,
like that was
Strongest
just
Avenger.
crazy. Yeah,
Like,
that
all right,
was pretty impressive. All right, so that's WandaVision. Obviously, we're getting another episode this Friday. You guys want to do another watch party in the Discord this Friday? And just do it, or
Sure, why not?
No,
Yeah,
y'all go ahead. I'm
not?
gonna be working. Y'all know me.
Oh, okay. All right. So, well, we'll do another Discord watch party this Friday. If you, so make sure that you do jump in our Discord if you haven't been in there yet. Choose your fandoms, and the server will unlock for you. And we've got some other really cool stuff in store for you. So make sure you hop in. All right. So topic 4 is the thing we've come here to talk about today. The movie-going experience is under assault. And I say that because HBOmax is doing all of their 2021 film slate same day and date as the theaters. Now, we live in a COVID world right now. I understand about that. But some people believe that because of this, the movie-going experience will never be the same. And movie theaters are, if they weren't already on death's door, they certainly are now. GQ, you're a big cinephile. What do you say to that?
I mean, again, you have to adapt with the times. If things happen, like you if all the theaters in your area are gone, then guess what? You're not going to the movie theater. But okay.
Snap.
Thanks for the
Chris T.
follow.
Snap.
Thank you for the follow.
I think we got one left.
1 to go.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 to go.
Well,
I'm
it says
sorry.
2, but I
Yeah,
think
it's
I think it's
gonna catch up.
miscount. I think it
it's gonna
miscount.
catch up. We'll see.
Yeah, but I think we got one
I
to go.
think we got one more.
I think we got one more to go.
But I mean, it's if all the theaters in your area are closed, guess what? You're going to be watching streaming at home unless you want to travel to find a theater that's open.
I hear you.
But you guys know me, and we've talked about this ad nauseum. But even looking at some of like the audience reactions that they have on YouTube and stuff, nothing beats that experience of like packed crowd, everybody in the same mindset, seeing something for the first time. Like, we all went to go. There's a bunch of movies we've all gone to go see together. Endgame and all that stuff aside, remember going to see John Wick 3 and how like, dang,
This dude
Thanks,
Preem ain't
Preem.
playing fair
all right,
now.
Preem.
He ain't playing fair now. He's just gonna cheer 800 bits.
He just
Okay.
whipping all your asses out.
Right.
800 bits.
Like,
Appreciate you,
Come
sir.
on, man. He trying to stay on top of that leaderboard forever.
I see.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
But no, it's like, remember we went to go see John Wick.
yeah.
Like, that was freaking awesome to see that in theaters, the whole crowd reacting to just the craziness. Imagine going to see watching Fast 9 with a crowd versus okay, well, you got me and
right.
got my pizza. Oh, wait, hold on.
400 bits from
appreciate
Marcus.
you for the 400 bits, sir.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
much.
Challenge. Where's that challenge sound bit? That sound bite coming from?
Yeah. But no, it's like that's the only thing that I dislike about premieres at home. Now, granted,
Hold up.
what? Wait.
Please read that.
Okay, hold on. Your new follower status has shielded you from the shame of not seeing John Wick. So we're going to let that new follower glow, just kind of repel
For real.
the shame that
in any other circumstance, we would have lit you on fire.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Tell you this right now. As soon as the stream is over,
Go get John Wick.
speaking of streaming, you could probably stream it if you got a streaming service, or go to your local store and pick up all 3 of them. John Wick is fire.
Wait, there was a third John Wick?
Yeah. We went to go see it at the theater with Mel Yen.
John Wick, we already
Why
saw
did I
it.
forget?
Parabellum.
Yeah,
That was when they were in the
With
desert,
Halle
right?
Berry.
Yeah, he was in the desert.
It's
For
It's like merging together with part 2.
No,
That's why.
I got you,
in my
because again,
brain.
they're back to back. I got you.
Yeah.
But no, like immediately after the stream is done, if you have a 24, if you got, I don't know, whatever. Either way it goes. Who was that?
Oh, that was Preem coming back with another 300.
All right, Preem over there just dropping coin. Okay, appreciate you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, go see John Wick, and however you can get it. That's Keanu's like Rachmaninoff's third, his Pieta, his
they cut
pièce
that
de
open-
résistance.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's
Trying to do a Justin Hammer. The
Heck
Justin
yeah.
Hammer run.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That was
It's like-
Keanu's like
yeah.
masterpiece of a film series
It
right
was.
there. Like
Yeah.
Matrix was good,
But this was
God
so much
dog
better.
it, John Wick is like on a whole nother level.
Whole nother level.
So I'm going to turn it over to somebody else that wants to talk because again, like I said, the theater experience. I can't wait to get back to that. For not for everything,
Right.
But certain things got to be big screen.
Okay. Fallen, what you got to say?
I have to agree with GQ, man. Like it's like, look, my tentpole movies got to be seen in theaters, whether I end up having a great experience or not so great experience. So even it's like, look, we kind of have to not necessarily bring Infinity War and Endgame in there because we already know those were more than just movie experience. Those were once in a lifetime events because it ain't no telling when something like that is ever going to happen again, if ever. So the thing is that you get a certain nuance being in the theater with a collective group of people there trying to get the same experience. And it's not the same as watching it at home. Now, granted, you can have the comfort of your own home. Everybody's there. You probably just throw on the pizza, wait for that bad boy to get through and just sit down and watch a movie. That's cool. Like, I have nothing against that. So that's why I don't, but it's just like, it depends on the movie. It really depends on the movie. My tempo movies have to be seen in theater. I can't think of seeing like anything on the same level as, a superhero movie, usually any kind of like long anticipated action movie, one of those like really big, even like a Pixar animated movie, a family friendly like animated movie. Like those movies look gorgeous on the huge screen. So, I think it's a situation where companies will have to adapt to the times in some kind of way. They just have to find a way to be able to do it and not undercut people who work on the films like a certain company did a month ago. So other than that, it's like, I don't think the theater experience itself is dead. It's just up for restructuring right now, given the circumstances.
Okay, but so I've heard that you don't think it's dead for now, but what about, Dido, and you speak to this, do you think it's just going to be dead regardless because of how things have changed?
Look, I'm going to tell you something. This is probably what's going to end up happening, right? Because as of right now, we know one movie production company is like, we're putting stuff in the theater, and one movie production company is like, oh, we'll do theater and at home, right? So basically, from my opinion, it's the movie theater experience is not dead when it comes to Marvel movies. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be sitting in them chairs. We're gonna be wearing our masks. We're gonna be social distancing, whatever. But we're gonna be there for those Marvel movies. DC, you can keep your movies coming on streaming. I don't care, because seriously, you're not giving me anything to go to the movies right now. And if you're gonna keep putting stuff out like Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman was so good. That was a theater movie that was worth going to see in the theater. Great. This one was just, it literally was like, I felt like I was watching Linda Carter Wonder Woman. And it's not a knock on that on that at all, Linda Carter, but it felt like it was out of its time. Not saying because it was 1984. It's just the way they did that movie. It was not like their other movie. It was not like the movie previously.
Right.
Because they didn't do much except for that freaking chase
Well,
scene.
not even that. It felt like her character didn't progress.
Yeah.
Because like you saw what she was like in the first movie, obviously. So that's the beginning.
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time we saw her, but that was the beginning. And then you saw what she was like in Justice League and Batman and Superman. And then it's like you get this middle point, and it's just like
Nothing correlates
like
at all. Like,
which Wonder Woman is this?
Yeah.
I'm like, she was hardcore in the first movie, and then she was still pretty hardcore in Justice League, and it's just like this middle ground is like
She kind of just softened up.
yeah, she's super soft. I'm like, dude, Steve, you just gonna take over this dude's body and have your way with them, knowing full well he's somebody else.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I'm gonna let you finish that.
It was just when it came to that, and like a lot of the movies, like I'd like to see Mortal Kombat in the theater, but it's not like I have to see it in the theater. It really does depend on the movie, and just my mindset right now is like if it's coming from Marvel, I want to see it in the theater. If it's coming from DC, I really don't give a care. And
That's bias. That's so much
it
bias.
is, and
But
I'm
it's
sorry to
deserved.
say.
It's deserved.
It's just they're not putting stuff out there
because
saying
they're
come
there.
see in the theater.
But hold on real quick. Taking it away from even the comic book films, we all went to like a private screening of Tenet.
Yeah.
Would you consider Tenet like a movie that would have pulled you into the theater, or would have been like you would have been good with that on screen?
I see the thing about Christopher Nolan movies is that he puts stuff in there to make you feel like the soundtrack, you feel it for a lot of the stuff when it comes to the scenes that they're going on and what they're doing. That's a movie that it's a theater movie. It wasn't. I don't feel like I missed anything if I didn't go see that in the theater, but it does feel like a theater movie because he's making movies for the theater. That's why I was kind of pissed off, and I was like, "Oh, wait, what? What are you doing?" You know. But it does really depend on the movie because there's been some movies I went to go see in the theater. Like, not trying to hate, I liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I could have watched that at home.
And that's
literally.
fair. And that's fair. I mean, like Tarantino movies, his action movies, all day long theater.
Yeah.
Because like Kill Bill, I could never imagine watching Kill Bill for the first time at home.
No,
It'd
not
be
at all.
like what?
Yeah.
I mean, now granted, the movie's still great, but when we all went to go see it in the theater, or when we went to go see Grindhouse is another one. Because it's that recreation of the double feature, from the drive-in and all that. So I think.
right.
I think the theater experience is truly, like you said, dependent on the film itself. Like, there's going to be stuff that comes out. Like, for me, any comedy, I can watch that at home. I do not
100%.
have to go to a theater to see a comedy.
Dude, last comedy we went to go see though was that Sausage Party, and that didn't need to be watched out in the theater.
The animated show.
Yeah, the animated one. Sausage Party was just so.
That was crazy.
It was really crazy, ridiculous. People walking out of the theater because the dumbasses thought it was a kids movie for whatever reason, even though it says rated R
Right.
all over
I mean,
the
it's
place.
like the rating system is lost on parents these days. I'm like, what
They
the
don't
heck?
pay no attention.
Yeah, but
Hey.
They don't pay no attention.
I didn't have to watch that in the theater.
Yeah, they don't pay no attention. All right, so I'm running a poll right now in the chat. I'm probably going to get ready to close it just so I can see
Oh, so
what
that's why
everybody
you
in the
wasn't
chat.
saying nothing.
Partially,
Okay.
but I wanted to let you guys get your your thoughts out. So my thoughts on the whole matter is much like you. There's certain movies you have to just see in the movie theaters. You just have to, like Tenet. There's certain even say for the sake, even though I'm not interested, but if it was in theaters, I would go. The Zack Snyder Justice League cut. I would go see it
Which
in the
has been
theaters.
announced as a
make an
4-hour
addendum
movie,
for
not a
that.
miniseries.
Right, and I would
Yeah.
still go see it. Why? Because he shot it on IMAX cameras for a certain experience. You don't get that sitting at home, no matter how big your TV is, no matter how good your sound system is. I want the full experience. So for certain movies, if it's The Notebook, yeah, I'll see it at home. If it's a spectacle movie, I gotta go see it in a movie theater. You got to.
Hold on. Have you seen The Notebook?
You're watching
Many
you're
times,
watching
actually.
The Notebook?
Hold on.
I never seen a Notebook.
Hold on. So, you've seen The Notebook many times, but
Oh my
Fifth
God!
Element,
Stop!
Fifth Element once.
God damn it!
Oh god.
You opened yourself up for that. You mentioned The Notebook. You could have picked any other movie, but he picked The Notebook, and he's seen it multiple times. We just saw Fifth Element once. Stew on that, chat. Stew on that.
It happens sometimes. Even though me personally, I can't think of any super popular movies that I have not seen.
That's like you not seeing Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, I've seen it. I want to see that in the theater.
Heck, hey.
Gosh, that's what I want to see in the theater.
If the theaters get desperate enough, we might be able to squeeze and be like, hey, we doing the Big Trouble in Little China Saturday. Private screening.
I would love to see that in the theater. I love to see Aliens in the theater. I'd love to see.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of movies that I missed because, of course, I was too young at the time to see those movies, and then movies that I know that I could have watched, but I passed them. I don't know why I passed them because, like, even when I was a kid, I would go to the theater by myself because the local mall that doesn't exist anymore had their movie theater, and I would go there and watch movies by myself. Some of them weren't really good movies. Like, I don't remember the name of it, and I don't remember the actor in there. He's a black British guy, but he wasn't playing a British guy in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't
You
remember.
wouldn't be talking about Idris Elba, would you?
No, it's not Egypt. This was back in the 90s.
Okay.
I think he also, if you remember the TV show, he used to come on PBS called Chef. I think that was the actor, but I can't remember.
Barack Obama said King Kong versus Godzilla better not end up like Batman v Superman.
And dude, I'm telling you, I was in the chat and I said I would riot if that happens.
Hey.
I've been waiting for this movie. I don't know how long.
Hey. Last
Where's
Godzilla was
Mothra,
not
man?
good. It was better than the one that came before with Matthew Broderick, but even still, it wasn't that good.
Are you talking about Godzilla or King of Monsters?
Godzilla.
Okay, the first Godzilla, not King of Monsters.
King of Monsters was pretty. King of Monsters was better.
Any movie with Charles Dance, I'll give it a pass.
Yeah, King of Monsters was just a very. It was a slow.
It had
burn.
problems. Yeah, it had problems.
It was like he's kind of sitting there.
Yeah,
like
it had problems.
It's like great. I'm seeing something, but
the action parts was really good.
Yeah, no, exactly. But like
really
you get to the human part, and you're just like they're sitting there.
The fucking
figuring
human
stuff.
element always in Godzilla movies.
They're sitting there
That
figuring
part is
stuff
annoying.
out.
Yeah.
I'm just like they sitting there. Oh well, this little thing, radiation. It's like, could you get back to when Mothra and Godzilla charge up and destroy?
See, the only time the human element in a Godzilla movie was good was back in Terror Mechagodzilla. That shit was actually good because it had a nice alien subplot, and they were using Mechagodzilla to kind of take over the world.
Right.
And Godzilla and the other monsters were fighting against that, but the humans were also fighting too. That was the only time the human element in a Godzilla movie was actually good. Everything else was kind of like, I don't care about this.
And again, like I said, I get it. You have stars. You got various people that are in the movie. You got to give them their shine and get your money's worth. But damn it, like this Kong versus Godzilla, I better see 5 people in the film throughout the entire runtime of the film, and it better be Kong and Godzilla knocking buildings down and throwing down. Like if that's what that movie better be.
Speaking of Godzilla King of Monsters, anybody else just really wanted to put a cap in Eleven's mom? Like I wanted to kill her.
Yeah, she was.
She was stupid as hell, bro.
Look, dude, it's like it was just like, look, what in what scenario did you think anything that you do that you thought this was the right move? Like, I mean, look, the movie's what, like almost 2 years old now, I think.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
And like and it's just like, dude, like your whole thing was release all. I think it wasn't
release
all
the monsters.
Was it just all? It's just like, why would you think that was a good idea in any aspect? Y'all already hanging on by a thread, but y'all, it's, to me, that kind of defeats the purpose of a person like being a quote unquote environmental terrorist. Like that doesn't make. It's like you guys are basically ensuring your own extinction. Like what the hell?
Yeah, that's why Captain Planet always is weird to me. I'm like, your whole thing is you want to destroy the Earth that like you're living on, and you can't go nowhere else right now,
bro. People don't get because we live in this world where they're doing the same. They don't even care.
I get it, but again, since it was a cartoon, they had to ramp it up to 1,000, and it's just like, this is your plan. Okay, have fun.
Yeah.
Driz T out of the chat said, "How about the Demon Slayer movie?" I guess as a theatrical release.
Yes, the Demon Slayer movie is the most highest grossing movie in Japan.
I'd like to see that.
The Mugen Train, and you will get your chance because actually Fathom Events, I think, is doing a release like they do for most of the anime films. Mugen Train is coming out in February, I think, in the theaters.
Oh, wow.
Limited release. So.
Oh, I hate those limited release things. Don't you think anime is big enough to get wide release nowadays?
Not for every one of them.
I mean, okay, so back when in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was a proponent of saying Dragon Ball would do great. Maybe not at that time, but now Dragon Ball does not need limited. It could get wide release and be super.
The Broly movie wasn't super wide, but it was fairly wide.
It should have been.
It should have been wider.
It should have been like every other movie like everywhere playing.
I think the only how long was the Broly movie? I forgot.
I think it's
like
a real
an hour
movie.
and a
It's
half.
it's the
like an hour and a half.
longest
That was the longest.
out of all the
Like an
other
hour and a
ones.
half, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I think
hour and a half.
Yeah, I think that's what the issue always has been. Because remember, all of those like Dragon Ball Movie 7 and all those, they're always like 50 minutes long or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So a theater, especially at that time, that would have still been running on a projector. Running a projector for 50 minutes and then turning it off is like, is that really getting your actual use out of it?
Double feature.
Yeah, exactly. Then you'd have to double feature it, but again, you know how that goes. It always comes down to how many tickets can they
I
sell.
think what it is that because it's like only certain titles are like really popular here to where folks like would be willing to go out and see it. It doesn't really get that push as much as Japan does now. If it's like more consistent to where it's like either people are more familiar with a certain series or something like that or whatever, and it's like, hey, this is coming out such and such or whatever, I think people would be willing to go see it because it's like if the last 3 Dragon Ball Super movies like all did well, the My Hero Academia movies did well, and of course you have some showings now. One thing I would have been interested in seeing is when Final Fantasy VII Advent Children came out, if they released that in theater instead of home video when it first came out. That would have been interesting.
I think they could have got away with that, but what killed them was Final Fantasy. What the
Spirits
hell?
Within.
Spirits Within. Yeah, that
but
kind of killed them.
We were years removed from that, though. Like everybody knew this was based.
See,
on
that's
7.
that's the problem with a lot of stuff in executives. You have one bad taste in their mouth, they'll never do it again. They do not care because Square actually kind of made that movie themselves, and it almost killed them. Mm-hmm. They were looking. That's probably why they merged with Enix is because that movie almost killed them. So
that's it. And here's the worst part. All they had to do was just take one of their games and translate it to the screen.
I know, right?
trying to
know,
get
right?
all, big, huge. I'm like, come on, man. This movie does not make any sense. Only thing you had that translated over was Sid, and then talking about materia. That was it.
All right, y'all. We're getting close to that time. It's time to turn it over to the people. The power is yours.
The power is yours.
Okay. Kevin Molina said something about Batman. I saw it. It's up there.
Oh shit.
No, I got it. He said last time he did a Fathom Events. He said the last time he did a Fathom Events was for the Batman 80th birthday, and he said he saw all 4 movies from 89 to 97 or 90. What was it 97 for Batman and Robin?
yeah, that sounds about right.
He said he saw all those in the theater.
They didn't show the 66 one.
That never. I don't think that officially came out in theaters. That was a TV movie.
What?
Yeah, that was a TV movie.
Well, they should have put it in the theater.
It would have been cool, but nah. I would have sat out Batman and Robin. even if I was part of the ticket, I would have sat that one out. That was the
chill
first,
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? It's like I've told you guys this before. If I'm watching it with friends and we're just poking like all the fun at it or whatever, then I could sit through.
Oh yeah, Mysteries Times 3000 on that one all day.
Well, most definitely, like that. That we could do that all day long. So, but I mean, I mean, if it was just me, like if I didn't have like nobody that I knew with me, and like we technically would have had to sit through Batman and Robin, I would. Yeah, I probably would be like, yeah, I'm good on this one. It's like
fair.
next.
That's fair. Let me see. Cody.
Like,
Cody at 75. You are very welcome for the swag bag. You're very, very welcome. There's no reason we can't have a Driz team movie done, Lord of the Rings style.
Oh, I could not do Lord of the Rings. So I would fall asleep. Heartbeat, man. That's what
He said that all the tickets were separate.
All the what?
He said all the tickets for the Batman movies were separate.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
The
bought
Batman movies.
I would have
All
bought
the tickets.
the
It
first
wasn't just one ticket,
3.
and apparently he bought all of them.
I would have bought the first 3, and that would have been good.
you just had to go in with the other mindset, dude.
I'm
You
sorry,
go in
but-
that mindset. That,
I know.
Just imagine you're watching Adam West
I got you.
instead of watching.
I-
and you might have had more fun.
No, I got you, but you know full
Well, you kind of have to consider that's what they were going for.
Yeah, they literally.
I know.
That's what they were going for. They were
And-
going for
and
the damn
again,
'60s.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I love Arnold and his one-liners. But God, that movie is hard to sit through, man. You know what? Since y'all enjoying these watch parties, we might have to do a Batman and Robin watch party.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
And y'all and I will join in on that and be cutting up through the whole thing, because oh my goodness, that movie is hard to watch. Yeah. That's all there is to it. I can't say it any other way.
It's just so much crazy, cheesy ass stuff. It's just that's. I mean, when I first watched it, I think I felt like all you guys. Yeah,
the story.
I felt like all that. But when I got older and then I started watching, the Adam West stuff, and I went and looked at this, I'm like, I'm telling you, and I've been preaching this for a long time. It is literally, if they would have dressed him, if they would have did that whole entire movie, same script, same everything, but made the costumes look like the 60s, made the set look like the 60s, but just had the same actors with the costumes that were straight out of the 60s, people wouldn't have had a problem with that. They might have hated on it because of what they were doing, but like seriously. Or if that movie, same script, came out in the 60s, you guys, everybody were like, yeah, this movie is freaking amazing. This movie is great. 100%.
Again, you're 100% right on that. I am not doubting that in the least. I'm still just saying here, and you know what? I'll give that movie a compliment. And no, Kevin Molina, I am not cutting out Batman Forever. Batman Forever is actually pretty cool because it included one of my favorite villains, even though they got him completely wrong. Yeah. But Two-Face was in there, and so that's. Yeah. But no, going back to Batman and Robin, the coolest thing in Batman and Robin, but you got to take a couple of shots out of this sequence, is when they do the suit up thing. Yeah. When they was putting their suits on, like the way they did it was cool. They just need to have them butt shots in there. but everything else,
butt shots, yes.
Everything else looked cool as hell, though. Yeah. I was like, all right, sweet. And then because again, the Star Theater, one of the first movies that they had at the Star Theater was Batman and Robin. Yep. They had it on 18 screens out of 20.
Yep.
Wow.
They did.
So imagine being able to go to a movie theater.
I was working there that day.
Yeah, there you go.
It was crazy, man.
You already know. Imagine being able to go to a movie theater and literally.
It was out of control crazy, bro.
Yes, Batman and Robin. Which time would you like? We have it at 12 o'clock. Yeah. 12:10, 12:20, 12:15. It's like, dude, are you kidding me?
That's perfect voice, actually.
Like, it's like you were not missing a show.
It made its money, though.
Oh, it definitely did. Because they had the Batmobile out front, or the little Bat car or something out front of the theater and everything. It was amazing. But at the time, and I was sitting there in the theater like, oh, this is about to be hype. And then this fool, Robin, had to just kill it all. I want a car. Chicks did the car. It's like,
come on.
Like, are we going there? Like, Robin was a badass in the last movie. Did he really just become a kid now? It's like, oh, come on. All right, so let me stop avoiding the chat after I rant. King to King back cheeks was completely unnecessary. Absolutely true. The Bat credit card, absolutely true. Bruce Wayne giving away his identity in front of the entire crowd there, absolutely stupid. I'm Rock's playing Overwatch. I've never played that game.
Oh my God, he's doing it again.
Doing what again?
He's playing Overwatch. This guy.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Two-Face was more like Cesar Romero's Joker. A little bit, but the reason, like I said, I didn't like the portrayal of Two-Face in Batman Forever was because the defining trait of Two-Face is the duality. It's the literal, yes, I am, I want to, kill Bruce Wayne or Batman or whatever, but the coin dictates, no, not right now. And so when he was flipping the coin, waiting for a particular outcome, I'm just like, you've completely misunderstood the character. Because he was sitting there flipping the coin, waiting for it to come up bad. I'm like, that's right. He would have flipped it one time. It came up good. We're done. Let's go. I don't care if we are sitting in Bruce Wayne's house right now.
Razor Black says, what if Superman's suit had nipples?
Oh, dude, that's not a visual I need.
Didn't they try to do that with
that's not a visual I need. Come on, man.
Nicolas Cage. Did Nicolas Cage suit had nipples on it? I don't know. I don't remember.
Actually, it did. Actually, I think it did. I think it did. That terrible, what was that? Superman, was it Superman Forever?
Not Superman Lives. You talking about
Superman Lives. Yes, that was it. That was it.
Cage?
Yeah, the one with Nick Cage. Didn't he have nipples on his?
Probably because it was designed around the same era. But Kevin Molina,
I got a picture right here.
Cool. Kevin Molina, two things. Dick was a college-age kid by the time Batman and Robin came around, because even Bruce Wayne in Batman Forever said, hey, here's your identity, Dick Grayson, college student. So he was way past that kiddie acting thing. Second thing, Batman completely gave his identity away, or I'm sorry, Robin did more so, because when they were having their little back and forth bidding war over Poison Ivy, he whips out the Bat card after Dick says to him, oh, I'll borrow it from you. When they was going back and forth about you don't even have that much money. It's like, oh, who could he borrow whatever the bid was? It was some stupid amount. Something million.
It was like they were basically going up 1 million at a time.
Yeah,
they just kept going back and forth.
I don't know what billionaire just recently got a kid, staying at his house that could, this kid could borrow a couple million from. So yes, that was a complete identity giveaway because they were yelling back and forth over this. It wasn't like a quiet discussion in the corner. They were in front of everybody.
You know what's funny? Every time I think about it, it's like the one thing that always bothered me as far as like George Clooney's Batman is that he could never stop like that one nuance he always has in every movie. Because he always has that thing where he like wags his head like every so often. He couldn't stop that with this one at all.
Hey, hold on. I ain't gonna lie though. That's what made him for me in Dusk Till Dawn. Because in Dusk Till Dawn, you could tell Seth was crazy. Like, but
him and them
worked.
ticks. Yeah,
it worked. Oh my good. But that's a movie I would like to see in theaters. I would love to put that back on the big screen and watch from Dusk Till Dawn again.
Just for Salma Hayek alone, I'll do it.
Well, I'd like to see that in theaters again.
Yeah, Salma Hayek is 54 right now.
Yeah, man, I know, man. Whew. Still fine.
That's crazy.
That's still fine, man.
Not really. I mean, everybody looking good, like in their advanced.
Not
stage
everybody.
now.
Not everybody.
Caitlyn Jenner, Kris Jenner, whatever
that's
you
too
call
general
it,
of a
don't look
word.
good.
That's too general of a word. Okay,
That's
I'll
way
just
general.
say that a good portion, a decent portion of people are looking good at it.
The actress that played Jade doesn't look good anymore. For Mortal Kombat.
You said to play who?
Jade in Mortal Kombat 2. She didn't age well.
Oh well.
I'm just mean though.
Well,
So,
she had a very short career as an actress, didn't she?
I think she was a model more so than an actress.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And so it's like, So hey, it don't work on everybody. I'm just saying. But hey. Oh God! What?
Preem, don't get me wrong. Preem,
Speaking of bad movies in 1997.
Wait, right. Preem, don't get me wrong. I didn't say Selma couldn't still get it. Selma get it still.
Oh yeah,
because she's still just 10 years older than me. No matter how long that goes. But her and Sofia Vergara. Yeah, I'm just just putting that out there just in case they happen to be watching.
All right, y'all.
And their husbands are asleep.
It's 2 minutes to the end of the show, so let's get ready to send everybody off with a bang. So today we had a great stream. What do we got?
I'm not committing to banging nobody that I ain't seen before. I'm just saying.
That's fair. I mean, sight unseen is kind of like
exactly.
Can I continue now?
Eventually,
you got your joke out?
Go ahead.
Okay. So
can I break your concentration?
So we gained 4 new followers today. Got a couple subs. We had a little bit of a tipping war going on in the chat. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. Obviously, we had a great time entertaining you. We hope that you all were also summarily entertained. And look at that. Right on cue.
100 bits from Marcus.
Right on cue.
Thank you,
sir.
Appreciate you.
So, next week's show, we got a great one for you. Remember back, if you were watching the show, like I think last month or a couple months ago, we did the lore of Zelda. We're doing one for the lore of Castlevania next week. That's going to be a dope one. We're going to have another great video. All Castlevania all the time. Yes, we're going to talk about the anime. We're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about Captain N, I guess.
Got to. It's part of it.
I guess. Okay.
No choice.
And everything Castlevania and what it's meant to us over the years. So make sure you come back right here on Twitch exclusively next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. GQ, message for our patrons, please.
Well, for all those lovely patrons out there and people that want to support, but I'm going to lead it off with DeMarcus Smith, Fab Nerd Life, and the NetNet, our Culture Junkies level patrons. We appreciate all the support, likes, love, shares. We are now exclusively on Twitch, but that does not mean that you can't go to patreon.com/culturejunkies and throw some support our way, because for as little as $1 a month, you can support a Culture Junkie. Less than some of the other places be asking for $1 a day. Be trying to break the wallet and all that. So appreciate all you guys and your support. I'm going to turn it back over to Kenshiro.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. So, yeah, we got a lot of content getting ready to come out. If you were just joining the show earlier, I mentioned my anime podcast with Maze and Amarak. You can check that out on Spotify or on Anchor if you so please. It is going to be spreading around to other podcast networks too, so make sure you look out for that. GQ will be back with his Blu-ray reviews and his unboxings pretty soon. I won't put him on the spot.
Pretty soon, because I mean I want to get everything together. I noticed that Premiere did an update and it messed with all of my
your settings.
Well, it's settings and also how like video, like movies come in. So I have to get on top of that first.
You would think a company as advanced as Adobe would be able to just seamlessly transfer settings over from one program to another.
We've seen plenty of times where an update comes in for other stuff and it just completely screws it over. So
absolutely, no, you're right.
It does happen.
You're right.
King Amarak over there.
You got any last comments before we close the show there, Fallen?
Not really. Just stay safe out there, and let's look forward to greener pastures going into this year later.
Yes, indeed. So, we just rated our good friend Amarak. He's going to take you guys the rest of the way. He's playing Overwatch, so give him some love, give him some follows as well. So, for my friends, the Great Dadakuji, GQ, and Fallen Marvel, I'm Kenshiro. We'll see you guys next week. Take care now.
Good night.
Nighty-night. Don't let anything bite you, because it might hurt.
Well, this is a radioactive spider.
Badly.
Oh, unless it's a radioactive spider.
You got the shirt on.
Give you some power.
Yes, sir.
I mean, is that safe, though?